Hey guys, welcome back to another Swift programming logic tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be talking about linear searches, which is the first of two two search functions which we're going to be talking about over the next 1 or 2 days. So basically there's linear search and there's binary search, and linear search is a lot easier but also a lot more inefficient. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to use a linear search, and in tomorrow's or the day after this episode I'm going to be talking about how to use binary search, which can be more efficient but can also be a lot more complicated and might not even work. So for linear search it's pretty simple. All we're going to do is, if I was to have a list, and let's just make some items here. So it doesn't have to be in order, the binary search does, but we'll just ignore it for now. Let's just say this, and if I wanted to find the index at which, let's just say where 3 was, so this is 3 is there, and what we can do is linear search is very simple. You just go through each item, check if it's the one you want, and if it isn't, you move on. So you can either use a while loop or for loop, and I'll show you guys how to use both. But for the for loop, all you do is for item in list, you check if the item is equal to the item you're looking for. So if item is equal to the item you're looking for, so let's just say 3, and you also need to keep track. So if you create a variable up here, var I equals 0, you add 1 to I each time, and if item is equal to 3, you just print I. So that is our index, and if we just print this should print 2, since 2 is the index of where it's located. So yeah, this is how we get with using the for loop. If I were to do 5, it should give me 3, since the index of 5 is 0, 1, 2, 3, and yeah. So now let me show you guys how to use a while loop. Oops. So if we just redeclare this variable, but I'll just do I is equal to 0, and it's the same thing, we're looping through this list. So while I is not equal to list.count, I plus equal to 1, and then we just check if list I is equal to 3, then we can just return I. So in this case I is a more useful thing, but I generally recommend using for loops just because they're more efficient, and they and if you don't need the index, then they are a lot cleaner as well. So yeah, this is how you do it in a while loop. And just to prove it, so for this one, so we're trying to find where 3 is, and it should give us 2 since 3 is there. If we want to find where 10 is, it's in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it'll give me 7. So yeah, a linear search is basically just iterating through the list, checking if the one you want is if the item you're on is the one you want, and then it returns that index. And I'll show you guys how to do binary search tomorrow. It's a bit more complicated, but it's also a bit more efficient. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the future tutorial. Bye.